Hi guys, welcome. It is Sunday evening. We are running a few minutes behind, but we are starting our live stream that we promised we would do for the CD giveaway that we started a week ago.
How do we know it's working?
Because it's working. Because I've done this before. It's not my first rodeo.
Okay.
It just takes a minute.
Because it didn't start counting elapsed time and say live until after I said, how do you know this is working?
Because there's a delay.
Oh.
But this whole time, otherwise, I'm sitting in front of the camera delayed.
You're the one who knows what's going on.
Yeah, I got this part figured out a little bit more than he does. The rest of it, he knows more than I do. So, anyway, so this contest we started last week, and everybody had to like the video, be a subscriber, and share the video in order to get there, and then post the link of where they shared it, so that we could then write down their name and throw it into the hat.
And I think it's hard to message people if you don't have a business account. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because I got a lot of
people saying they
notices, yeah, or whatever you call it, when somebody messages on a video that.
Hi, Mike. Yes, go Pendleton whiskey.
Pendleton. Yeah, I'm not drinking Pendleton tonight, but I think I have some over there.
Ye old Arrowhead is what's on me. We just finished the peafowl pen. Well, I should say Mike finished it. I moved the birds.
Literally, I walked in the door 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I've been working on the pig pen, putting
a new roof.
Putting a roof on that, at least on part of it, because I'm pretty sure the rains are coming soon.
Yes.
And then the peafowl have been living, the peafowl that I did not want, have been living in our brooder, our chicken brooder, which it's a big chicken brooder, but it's not big enough for teenage peafowl. So I had to build a pen for the peafowl, and
that's right. Get them moving.
That's what I've been doing today. So, so we're gonna be doing a.
That lid was not on all the way when I put it on the couch.
Oh.
So there you have it.
Oops.
What's up, Matt? Howdy, neighbor.
Huh. I saw him a little while ago. He came over and helped me put a couple of pieces of tin on top of the pig pen.
Yeah, he was just leaving when I came back from the store, and I was like, "You were here this whole time?"
Well, he came over to get a piece of pressure-treated 4x4 from me because I had some laying around back there, and he needed some. And then he hung out and helped me put some tin on top of the pig pen, and he was dragging a little bit. I was dragging a little bit. We had a couple beers last night. Yesterday was Friendsgiving, so we barbecued up one of our turkeys and had some friends over.
Mm-hmm.
Matt was one of those friends, and I think there was copious amounts of beers.
There was.
May or may not have been consumed.
Yeah.
Hey, don't touch the computer, Lundy.
I know. Lundy's moving stuff over here.
She's like, look at me, Hollywood, come get me. I'm right here. Chill out, Lundy.
I know. She's a good girl.
So,
hi, DIY Solar. Hi, Raven. Hi, Backwoods.
Lundy, go lay down.
Sit.
Or go lay down. Or don't do any of the above.
Yeah, just
you
a couple.
Talk here
I'm covered in foulness and all manner of other things as well.
Backwoods Rays, what's up? Love the dog. Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you, Son of Thunder.
What's
I'm glad
that?
you're liking the uploads.
What's that, MH there, Matt? Drunk Matt? Just a couple?
Just a couple.
All right. If a couple is about 12, I think 12 was your number.
12 is number
Pretty
last
sure. I'm sure 12 was your number last night. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna be drawing a name from the hat today, and while we're waiting on people to come around and join us.
If Matt's the winner, we're not even gonna ship it. We're just gonna fling it over the pasture.
I was wondering if I could toss one that far. It's pretty far.
We might be able to. We'll see.
But I want to talk for just a second about why people on YouTube do giveaways in the first place. And we had been thinking about some different giveaway ideas that we could do. We came up with some good ones, and but then we realized that this was one that we didn't really have to do anything because we already had this here. So we will be doing more giveaways, and the idea behind them is really simple. Two things. One, it's fun. It's fun to interact. It's fun to to get to know people and kind of get to know which people are gonna get engaged with you, on here. But two, from a business point of view, there's a lot of things that YouTube is looking at, and I study YouTube like crazy, and I still probably know about that much of the business of YouTube. But I know that YouTube has these super algorithms that are studying videos on YouTube, and they're studying things like, in the first 48 hours, how many views did it get? And they're studying things like how much interaction are people having with the video, comments on the video. And they're looking at things like how often is the video shared. All of these things give the video, more and more ranking in the YouTube algorithms and the channel itself.
Holmes says we can use these for skeet shooting. I like
skeet
that.
shooting. That's actually not a bad idea. If you open them up, there's a round thing inside.
Right, that's perfect.
So anyway, getting people to interact with us more than just watch our videos helps rank the channel higher and rank specific videos higher. And really that's super important if the channel is going to become more and more successful to where it's paying for the materials that I just bought for the peafowl that I didn't want. So anyway, so that's really the idea. When you see people trying to find ways to encourage you to interact with their video, whether it be leave a comment or whether it be to share the video, every single time somebody interacts in some way with our video, it ranks it just that much higher in YouTube's mathematical world of whatever it is to decide how our video gets served up to people. So when somebody who's never heard of our channel before is Googling, whatever, chicken plucker, we want our video about the chicken plucker to be served up, in that top couple of views. And then, of course, having a good thumbnail and a good description and all that is, next comes into play to make people click on it. My clickbait right here.
That's what trophy wives are for, right?
I have my own clickbait.
That's right.
I don't even have to lie. You just have to have her somewhere in the video and take a screenshot and...
I'm afraid you're going to impale me. I was going to give you a kiss, but then...
Oh, I have a pencil.
I was afraid I was going to get impaled.
Yeah. I was using that. It's a construction pencil.
It's a manly pencil is what that is.
A manly pencil.
We don't use no stinking wimpy pencils around here, do we? That was the weirdest accent.
And we sharpen it with our teeth.
That's right.
So anyway.
We do.
So all of that being said, please do on all of our videos, leave a comment. We will respond to your comments. She spends hours a day responding to comments and interacting with people or deleting comments if people
Sometimes
are rude.
Comments, yes.
Tom
says that we should do a live song while we're on here today too.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
I don't know about today.
Get a room.
I don't even.
We're married. We're allowed to. It was a peck.
It was a peck.
It was a peck.
Yeah. We have a room. We'll be going there later.
We have a whole house. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
We do what we want.
We're in one of the rooms right now.
Thank you. I'm glad you like the videos, Poem. I know, Cannon, it's hard when you're on your phone to type. It's tricky. Yeah, but when you guys leave comments, I am the one that usually responds. So I like the ones that talk about me like I'm not there. They're talking to him, saying... Yeah,
the only time I respond is if she takes a screenshot...
and sends it to him.
Texts it to me and says, you need to handle this one, because it'll be something technical about something that I did. So, and that happens not very often because she actually knows how to answer most of the technical questions, too.
That's true. They do, Calvin. Agreed. They haven't been so bad lately, though. The trolls have not been so bad lately.
No, they're chilling out.
Thank you, William. Thank you.
Well, a lot of the trolls were because of one specific video that was getting a lot of views. What's up?
I do. I try to get right back. Unless I'm sleeping, that's about the only time. If you guys comment in the wee hours of the morning and I'm not up yet, but you'll see, you'll get a lot of responses at about 4:30 in the morning. That's usually when I'm sitting having my coffee, replying to messages from the night before. So Mac, with the new YouTube policy changes, I know he's been researching that like crazy. That falls under his department of how it would affect our channel. So I don't know if you want to take that one.
Yeah. So YouTube's constantly changing. They just actually went through a huge change right after right before we joined, and a lot of people were complaining about their AdSense revenue tanking, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I made 4 cents last week, so it really didn't have a dramatic effect on me, but I still studied it, and I learned the way AdSense works with YouTube because we had to learn that. And what was happening was a lot of advertisers were bailing. They were jumping off of YouTube because they didn't like all of basically the trash that was on YouTube, and they didn't want their ad to be associated with a couple of girls fighting in the locker room and calling each other names. So and YouTube just didn't have the ability to control what was being posted on YouTube. It would just take, I mean, the manpower would be absurd. So until a video gets flagged as inappropriate, they just weren't able to watch it. So anyway, advertisers were bailing like crazy. We came on board actually right after all those advertisers bailed and then started coming back. So we came on board while YouTube has these super strict rules that we're having to deal with. And we're constantly having our videos flagged for whatever reason, and then I have to do a manual review request, and it takes days to a week, and it 100% of the time gets approved for monetization once it gets reviewed manually. But yeah, the YouTube changes and policies are tough. For us, during the summer we spent a lot of time hanging out. She'd be in a bikini. And I have to be careful about that because if YouTube demonetizes a video because my wife's in a bikini, then what was the point in the video going up?
Right.
Or
Hi, Ronald.
She was playing with an airsoft gun out there last week, and I was filming it, and YouTube doesn't like guns, so they won't monetize.
So that we put things like that on our Patreon channel,
Right.
because things where we're actually doing the slaughtering, where there's blood involved, or guns involved, or guns and bikinis involved.
Right.
We have to put those on our Patreon channel just because YouTube, some knows of it. So
yeah, YouTube will let us put it up, but they'll demonetize it. So that's just no bueno. We don't. I mean, we're having fun with YouTube, but our videos have to be monetized in order for it to make sense. So that's why we did join Patreon just recently. We have one video on there now. We're going to be putting 1 or 2 videos a month up there at least. The things that I just don't feel like we can put on YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, Mac. They definitely. It does have to do with the Google thing. Yes, for sure. They're really cracking down on that stuff. I know PETA and a lot of that stuff does affect how that kind of stuff goes. I know a lot of you are on here saying the darn liberals, but you know what? Here's the deal. There's crazy people in all walks of everything that whether they're Republican or liberal or Democrat or conservative or some weird mixture of the two, which I kind of think we are. But
well, the left though is at any given time somewhere between 49 and 51% of America. So they can and they are Google, and Google owns YouTube, and Google owns AdSense. So they do get to control to some extent a lot of what goes on Google. I mean, when they shut down monetization of all these really cool gun channels out there. They didn't censor the channel. They didn't tell them they couldn't post, but by not allowing them to be monetized, they're not going to post anymore. So they censored.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and with that one, Shidroll, I don't know. With that channel that you're mentioning there, I'm not familiar with that one. But a lot of times if those videos can't be monetized, and so it's a great hobby, and you might be able to get some information out there, but you're kind of pigeonholing yourself and limiting your audience more, because if you're not able to do the ads in there, YouTube doesn't pick you up the same way and suggest your channel or your videos to people. That it's limiting your audience essentially. So it's a catch-22. Yes, you can do it, but you're only going to be able to show this many people instead of this many people if you just do it a little bit differently.
Yeah, it's important to understand how YouTube makes money, and actually how the creators like us make money. YouTube doesn't make money from anybody as far as an advertiser goes. They make money from AdSense, who serves up ads, and the advertisers come to AdSense, and then there's an auction for the ads, and there may be, it's really complicated. You should learn it, but the bottom line is the money comes always from the advertiser. YouTube doesn't pay us or any creator anything unless somebody has a special deal with YouTube where they promote YouTube and they have something inside. But the bottom line is YouTube doesn't pay the creators. AdSense pays us, and AdSense charges YouTube for the ads that got served up on each creator's videos, and then actually I misspoke. They charge the advertiser for the ads that got served up on each creator's videos, and then AdSense turns around and pays YouTube and the creator for that ad time, and whatever the value of that ad was, and they vary. Not all ads are equal. So
you're welcome, Ronald, for the link. You're welcome. I'm glad you found the link for the flower. He not messaged, but commented earlier about the flower link for the einkorn.
Oh.
And I directed him. I knew where the link was. I told him where to find it, and then he was able to get it. So that's good.
So if you're posting videos and your videos are getting ads on them, then YouTube likes you. If your videos are not getting ads on them because they're demonetized or not suitable for all advertisers, then YouTube doesn't like you as much because you're not going to make them money. And that's really what it boils down to. So
this is true, Calvin. Yes, the liberal has changed its definition over the years. It has been a bit hijacked. I would agree. I agree with that comment. It definitely has a different connotation than it once did once upon a time, for sure. I would definitely agree. Yes. Thank you, Portuguese Prepper. Yes, I know we hit over 6,000. We're slowly
creeping on up.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, James. That's very sweet. He says I'm gorgeous.
Well, he's right.
Okay. So, should we do this thing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Should we make Skylar pick it out? She's kind of sleeping though.
Grab one of those.
Not so much. Oh, Sky.
She's like, what are you
doing, Dad?
Stir them up.
I know.
So, I was able to look and see that we were shared. This video was shared 57 times, and it's pretty cool in the dashboard in the YouTube Creator Studio. I can see like where it was shared. I can't specifically see which page it was shared on, but I can see that it was like 31 shares on Facebook, and a couple shares on Twitter, and a couple shares on Tumblr, and I can even see that it was emailed like twice. So that's pretty cool. And again, we really want to promote sharing of videos to any channels that you guys really like. If you got another channel where the guy's building race cars and you really like his channel and you're getting a lot out of it, share his videos and comment on his videos, or hers.
Yeah, why you gotta be sexist?
Yeah, right. Because it really does help the channel more than you realize, a lot of you. So I'm gonna stir these up again real good, and then we're gonna let.
Thanks, Danny.
We're gonna let the clickbait.
The clickbait. Oh, that's my official. I'm gonna have to legally change my name to Clickbait Trophy Wife.
The Crouch Channel clickbait.
All right.
What do you got?
Wakey Who Dat.
Wakey Who Dat. I'm pretty sure Wakey Who Dat.
He comments a lot. I know I've talked to him a lot.
I think this might be one of the ones. We had a couple that commented on the video with a share right away after he posted it, and then I had to delete the video because not only did I say the wrong date in the video, which there wasn't much I could do about other than reshoot the video, which I did not, but I had posted the wrong date in text in the video as well. I put October instead of November.
Hi, Johnny.
So I had to delete the video, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours after I posted the video. Right. And a handful of people had already shared it. I went ahead and counted those, and I took a screenshot of those shares before I deleted the video, which caused the comments to be deleted because some people actually did leave comments instead of send messages, but I did get all those comments, even the ones that were held for review. I went into held for review and got them. So to my knowledge, all of the names made it in here.
Yes.
And oddly enough, we had like 7 or 8 shares in Germany.
You know why? Possibly because of Bev.
Who's Bev?
Bev, you remember Bev? She used to, she was at the bar all the time with, I won't say.
Oh, somebody
like,
we actually know.
Yes, I won't say who we knew you through from back then in case you want that. But
she's in Germany?
She's coming back. She was visiting.
Oh, okay.
So, but I bet you that may be why, Bev.
Did you share the video, Bev? This is the question.
I'm sure she did. I don't know.
So yeah, so that's cool. And then we had 2 shares in Saudi Arabia.
That's random.
Couple in Canada and the rest were all in the United States.
Well, should we pull another one? I feel like I was hoping somebody that was actually like with us live would get one. Maybe try one more.
Should we just keep pulling until we get one that's somebody live
here.
with us? All right,
I would like to do that.
So Wakey Who Dat, boom, you got one. For sure.
Shizzle?
I can't even read who all's here with us.
Well, you don't get to see all their names, but.
Why not? Are you special and I'm not?
There is actually one, Johnny Cruz. It was one of our first videos that we actually posted. Not monetized, but there is a pig slaughtering video. Which I think it was actually the first video.
It was,
yeah.
And it is not monetized, so I don't promote it. But I left it up there because we want to teach people how to do this. So the video's there. I'm not going to pull it down. In the future, if I shoot a slaughter video, I will make sure and edit out the parts of it that are going to cause it not to be monetized. And I'll post those parts on Patreon. So, anybody that really is trying to learn, from our videos and wants to go to our Patreon can certainly, pledge a couple dollars a month to our Patreon and get access to those videos as well. And it's a bummer that YouTube, makes creators do it that way. But, it is what it is. So, we're going to continue to post videos of our processing of birds. I've got some videos on my desktop right now where we processed some turkeys a couple days ago, and I'll be editing all of that over the next couple days and posting them. The actual kill of the bird I won't, because YouTube will kill it, but I will post that on Patreon. So yeah, if you join our Patreon, you may one week get a video of us, killing a turkey or a pig, and another week get a video of, us shooting or her playing around with an airsoft rifle in a bikini, which is the one that I just posted on Patreon. And we'll post some other random stuff on Patreon too, because we want to keep, the Patreon people that don't necessarily spend as much time on YouTube liking it. But anyway, so let's pull another name. Frankie, you want to pull a name?
You can pull it out.
Just one.
Just one berry, one piece.
Can you read it?
What?
Who dat?
James
Blaisdell.
Let me see.
James Blaisdell.
James Blaisdell. Is there a James Blaisdell in the house right now?
I think so. Maybe.
It's not looking that way.
Oh.
What's up?
Okay, Chidroll. So my hair, it's oh god, it's Color Zone, and they changed the formula not that long ago, so it actually looks a little bit more purpley when I first do it, but it's actually like a hot pink, like a fuchsia. And then after you wash it a couple times, it fades a little bit more, and I just did it again.
We're gonna do this till we get somebody that's in the room.
So, and the one I use, I think, is Raspberry Kamikaze. I think is the name of the one now that I use. So you can tell your wife that.
Corgi Prepper, are you processing them yourself? I know we had talked once about whether or not you were going to do them yourself or whether or not you were going to send them to the butcher. What did you decide on that?
Do you have a haircut?
I do.
Okay, I'll get one then.
Cannon Maker. I know Cannon Maker's in the hat.
Right.
I remember seeing his name. He actually, I think I saw his name more than once.
So these are the people that are watching it like right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they're talking to us.
Wow, they can watch while we do it? That's cool.
Yeah, so they're watching us live. They're watching you get your hair brushed right now.
Right?
Don't say any swear words.
I don't even know what that means.
Good girl. Pull another one.
Miracle, considering we're the parents. John Miller.
John Miller. Is there a John Miller in the house? I'm gonna run out of CDs.
I know.
Give me
I
that.
I
don't
think
see
we
it.
should do maybe one more and then.
I don't
Think
see
just
it.
one more?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
Go get
see
hair
it.
Be there in 5. Haha, perfect.
What is
Who's
that?
coming over?
No, just kidding, Bev. I know, Sinister. I know you want a video or a video CD. I think Mike's gonna make it available. He has a few copies left. I think he's gonna make it available because there were a few people that mentioned that they wanted to
Yeah.
buy one.
We're actually going to one of the ads that gets served up to me a lot, and there's science about what ads get served up to you when you're watching YouTube. They actually watch your browser history and they know what you're doing and they know what you're looking at, and they use that to decide what ads. So 2 people watching on my video at the exact same time will be watching 2 separate ads. Anyway, there's a lot to that I can get into maybe on another video someday. But one of the ads that gets served up to me a lot is Wix.com. Hi, I'm Laura Klaus, and I just built my website with Wix.com. It's like every freaking time I click on a video, I get that ad. So what that has successfully done is got me looking into Wix. So I'm going to build a really simple, like WordPress site really soon for the Crouch Ranch, and I'm going to use that to get a mailing list going. So that'll be a whole nother way that we can, and then I can have a little storefront on there. So we could, potentially sell some CDs through that, through PayPal, or we've been talking about making some Crouch Ranch t-shirts. We got some pretty cool ideas, some funny things that we can do. So we are going to start doing sometime this year for sure. Well, this year's almost over. Sometime next year for sure. Some Crouch Ranch merchandise, and we are working on a website that will have that, the ability to do those merchandise, purchase that merchandise on there, and get a mailing list going. So email lists are not dead. Apparently, all my research on marketing says that they're still a great thing to do, so we'll be doing that. Are we going to pull another name?
Yes.
We got
Hold on. We have important hair issues too.
Do we pay in whiskey? Sinister, you can certainly pay in whiskey as long as it's not really bad whiskey.
Yes.
Kind of bad whiskey we can negotiate with, but really bad whiskey is not going to work. I missed a bunch of comments while you were combing her hair.
I know, it's
I
okay.
was counting on you to read
I
them.
was reading them, but you keep talking, so it's hard for me to say anything. Thank you. Clint, yes, the chicken plucker. He's asking if the chicken plucker that we bought and did a couple videos on works. Oh my God, yes. We love that chicken plucker. We did 150 birds in it plus this year because Matt did some of his in there as well. And that thing is the bomb.
It's a game changer.
It
no
is
doubt.
a game changer.
Yeah.
So our next trick is we want to get one for okay, go.
Turkeys.
Yes, for turkeys. So I think hopefully we'll work that out and be able to get one between the 2 of us across the field here, and we'll have
Yeah,
a chicken and they'll have a turkey one, and we can.
We only do 12 to 15 turkeys a year, so
I think we're gonna do more next year.
maybe we'll see if the land can support it. But if we had one turkey plucker between the 2 ranches here, we could certainly share it, work that out. A cookbook. That's an awesome idea, Matthew. Thank you. That is one of the things on my list. I actually have started a list of things that we are going to do for merch, and she's got some great recipes. She's got a couple of sausage recipes that are specifically hers, and so we are going to be doing that without question. I'm not sure the time frame on that, but we will be for sure. So
Yes,
so
definitely.
thanks. No Walmart whiskey. You know what, James? They may actually sell some decent whiskey at Walmart. I don't know. I haven't looked in the whiskey aisle, but if it's a Walmart brand, definitely not. Definitely not.
Both of the names I picked had that off.
What?
Some builders, not sure.
John wasn't here, and the other person.
The other person.
Yeah.
They're sticky on the inside.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure they are using someone else's platform like GoDaddy's a big one.
Little baby drop.
Crawfish bowl. Yeah, that was a good one, man.
That was a funny one.
Drunk Matt, you mean, needs his own shirt. Somebody's gonna be happy, Sinister Minister.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Cannon Maker said that he'd be interested in buying the seasoning that you make for the meat. So that's actually a great idea. That's not on my list. Maybe we will. Actually, we will add that to the list. That's a really good idea. Step back just a little bit there, kiddo, or come over all the way over here. So that would be something that Sid could certainly do. Is package some of that seasoning mix together. So we'll work that out.
Lead Slinger Whiskey is veteran dog. We'll have to look at that one for sure.
You know what, Matthew? Somebody messaged me about Lead Slinger whiskey recently, like last week, and asked me for my address. I gave them my work address. They were going to send me a bottle of Lead Slinger. And now that I know that it's veteran owned, that's even more awesome because I am a veteran and I like to support all things veteran. So I'm certain I've never tried Lead Slinger whiskey, so that's definitely on the list now.
You're drunk, Sinister,
Did you
tonight.
smoke your bacon? Oh, I missed that question about smoked bacon. Can you scroll up there?
I can.
I'm trying to talk and read at the same time. Somebody's asking technical questions about bacon.
Oh no, I can't. That's too
I
complicated.
missed it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know how to scroll up.
Well, it doesn't really let you very well.
Yeah, don't put
Chatting
that.
every
It's like a
single
kill all.
second.
Yeah. I missed your question about the bacon. Sorry, the smoked bacon. If you post it again, I'll try to answer it before it disappears in the news feed.
There you go. Yes, the TheCrouchRanch store, made in the USA. There we go.
Cook professionally. Thought about making a survival chef channel. That's not a bad idea, James. A survival chef channel.
I've seen a couple similar ones to that where they do some, outdoor survival cooking, but it's kind of like, I wouldn't say totally gourmet, but it's definitely not strictly survival, but it's more like if you know you're going to be out camping
Right.
and surviving nicely.
Jennifer,
but
you're welcome. Did it for you.
only for you.
And every you that cares.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I watch a lot of prepper channels and survival channels, and we're not really preppers, but we do think prep a little bit to some extent. So there's I think a prepper channel around cooking is a good idea. It's worth definitely looking into if you're a chef.
Oh, his question was cold or hot smoke for the bacon?
So that's a great question. I didn't do either. A true cold smoke is a cold smoke, and a hot smoke is usually, over 200 degrees. So I tried to keep I've got a side box smoker, so the fire's on the side, and I'm working on a video of doing the smoking process, so I'll post that at some point. Anyway, I keep the fire on the side. I keep it small. I add a few coals. And then add my wood, and I've got two grill thermometers that go on there. My chimney's on this side, and I block this, and I run a choke tube over, and I built it all. So anyway, I'm keeping the temperature in there between like 180 and 200 the whole time while I'm smoking it. So, and then I'm only bringing the bacon or the belly slabs up to about 115, 120 before I pull them off. So I'm not cooking them. I then cool them off down to, like somewhere close to 35 degrees so they get stiff again before I slice them. The hams, I smoke all the way up to 140. So I don't know if you'd call that a cold smoke. To me, a cold smoke is the chimney takes the smoke a long ways, and by the time the smoke gets in to where whatever you're smoking is, it is, literally not much warmer than the ambient air temperature. But I guess everybody can call it differently. Building a cold and hot smoker, that's awesome. I want to build a big smoker at some point, but the one I have really does get the job done. What's up?
Nothing.
You just It's
Like
like
I was trying to be code.
you were trying to change directions.
I'm trying to teach him how to do live streams a little bit more fluidly, but he kind of does this the whole time.
I do.
And I'm trying to get him to learn how to.
I don't want to miss a comment.
I know.
What if somebody asked me a question about how I smoke my meat, and I missed a comment? That freaked me out.
Oh,
I think I can only live stream with like 5 people at a time.
Yes, you have very limited.
We have like 5 people to live stream with, and I can answer all their questions.
Yeah. Low and slow is always best, especially when you're dealing with, what I like to refer to as more natural meat. When you raised it yourself and it's been raised right and it's not pumped full of junk and fed all kinds of crap, it cooks differently. It comes out better. But you do want to always go low and slow. It's always the best, for sure. Do you want to do some hunting and fishing, Johnny? Yeah, we don't get out a whole lot, to be honest.
We used to go to the Sierras every year for, 7 to 10 days.
We just haven't been able to do it the last several years. And somebody else was asking, I typed an answer out earlier about if Mike is going on any hunting trips soon. He hasn't gone hunting since I think either before Frankie was born or like right after when she was like brand spanking new and I was home with her. Just no time. And now with us raising our own animals, I don't know if we really even have. He grew up hunting, like having to hunt to survive, like for the winter to like have meat and food and stuff. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that maybe it's not as exciting to him to go do that now.
Well, I've never been a trophy hunter, so I certainly don't like the idea of loading up and going to Colorado and hunting that big Hartford deer. And that's definitely not me. I have taken a couple of opportunities to hunt when they came up since I've moved to California. A buddy that had a ranch in Warner Springs, and we went up there and whacked a mule deer, and we, a little bit of turkey hunting here. Did some dove hunting out in Imperial Valley. But for the last several years, just an opportunity hasn't come up where a buddy of mine was going and I had the time. I think it really boils down to having the time. I don't necessarily have to go kill something in order to eat something that was raised naturally and in a healthy way because we're raising them right out there. So somebody just asked a question a minute ago. Sid's actually this nice. And she is, believe it or not. This is not a show. I just
responded. I was like, I'm so nice.
It's not a show. We try not to put on a show. We try not to script anything.
We're a married couple. We've been together for over 15 years. We have our moments where we literally want to kill each other. And
well, I don't ever literally want to kill you, but thanks for the insight. Thanks for the info. I'll be sleeping like this.
Well, but I mean, honey, you're like on top of the wire there. Be careful, baby. So yeah, but I mean, we do. Of course, we have our, but that's also how we are. We're very sarcastic and we're just very like kind of back and forth. And you're gonna pay taxes now because your dad realized you have M&Ms.
I cannot believe you're eating M&Ms. But
why can you not believe that? She already ate dinner.
It's late, but now you have to pay taxes. Pay taxes.
It's 6.
Okay. All right.
Dude.
See, dude. I know.
Luckily.
So the Peafowl are awesome islands. We just moved him. In fact, I know you popped on a little bit later, I think, but yeah, we just moved him. He finished making the big aviary thing for them, so we just moved him in there. So they're spending their first night in there, so it's all good. They're very happy. The Sierras are awesome. We love going up there. Drunk Matt actually just went up there a month or 2 ago with Jen and the kids, and they had a great time up there. And I was jealous because I was fowl sitting while they were off fishing, but it's all good. Let's see. Okay, I need you to not stand right there. I'm sorry, child. You're
Frankie,
really,
go play with your iPad.
And you're gassy.
go play with your iPad.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Let me see here. Okay, we're good. Okay.
All right. So we're going to be doing more of these. I have a couple of great ideas that I'd like to hear your guys' ideas. Post some ideas and some things for giveaways. I want Sid to make a knife. I've got an old file out there that I've been gonna make a knife out of for a while, and I've got a grinder and I've got a sander, and I don't know how this knife's gonna turn out, but sometime in the near future, Sid, with my assistance, but I think she can do it, is gonna make a knife out of this old file, and then.
Then I'm gonna smuggle it into a prison in a cake. No, what? How does the script go? I'm just kidding. No.
What prison? Who are you trying to get out of prison?
I don't know. I have friends.
Who do you know that's in prison?
I know people.
Okay.
I'm a
So anyway, when we finally get around to making that, we'll stamp it, ching ching, you know, TCR like the Crouch Ranch or something, I don't know, and we'll do a giveaway with that, and that'll be fun. I was watching somebody's video recently. I wish I could remember who it was, on making some like the Kylar or whatever it is sheaths. You heat it up and you press it, and so we'll probably do that too. But
Yeah.
anyway.
But yeah, like post some ideas of things you guys want to see for giveaways. You know, keeping in mind we can't mail like, you know, a side of pork. We can't, you know, like we can't do it. But you know, things that we can make like that we could do, or you know, I don't know, you guys, that's your job. You come up with something, or also videos that you'd like to see us do. I know we've had some more requests for certain kinds of cooking videos, for a workout video, for certain things like that. So we're trying to figure out how we want to put that together. So we're taking all those ideas and kind of milling them about a bit.
Yeah, the cooking together show idea is a good idea, but a lot of people are wherever they are. They're everywhere. I was planning on doing some local butchery classes before we started this YouTube channel. One of my ideas was to, you know, to get some local people together and, you know, do a class on how I break down a hog. I opted not to do that. I'm not a butcher. I think I do a good job, but then we got involved in the YouTube channel. So, you know, the focus is that now, but, you know, some of these ideas,
A calendar. I don't know if I want to do a calendar.
there is a company that I recently looked into that does print on demand for things. So we could do some kind of a, you know, a Crouch Ranch calendar where, you know, in I don't know, in November, there's a picture of us processing a turkey, and you know what, but that's the way we would probably do it. It's something along those lines. But
well, Johnny Cruz says that we should do a show that whoever the winner is gets to cook with us and come over and have some beer or whiskey or
yeah, no, that's who I was responding
is that
to.
Who you were? Okay,
that's
yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be opposed to doing that
yeah.
if they were local, but a lot of the people are not local.
Right.
So.
How old are we, Joe? Okay, so I'm 36. I just had a birthday.
I'm 37.
Plus a few. You care? Okay, so he's gonna be, you're what, 44 right now? Because you're turning 45 in March. Yeah. So.
Here lies less more. 4 slugs from a 44, no less. No more.
Yeah. So there we go. Yes, 29 I'm holding. That's exactly right. No, actually, I always think it's good to lie up for your age. So I'm actually 57. I'm just well preserved.
Right.
I'm just kidding. So, right? We actually do have some jam and jelly videos that we've shot of stuff that we've made. He just hasn't. He has a bunch of footage. Here's how it works. We have a bunch of videos that we've done. Yeah, he has tons of stuff. But it's a matter of going down and getting them ready and posting them, and you know, we're trying to stay on the schedule. We did get a little bad the last 2 weeks about our schedule, but I'm going to try to go live every Tuesday for a live stream of a quick topic, and it's usually something that I pull from a comment from the week that inspires me. Like the chat I did last week was about the kind of feed that we feed the poultry, why we don't do corn and soy, because I'd had a few comments about it over the past few weeks, but then somebody on one of the Facebook pages that I'm a member of, one of the poultry groups, was like, why is everybody always like advertising that they don't feed their poultry corn or soy? What's the big deal? And so I had sent her some articles, and because she's like, you know, local to my area, and you know, was trying to help her out and explain to her why. And a bunch of other people chimed in too, and I was like, you know, I should just shoot a video and a quick little explanation on some of the reasons why we do that. So you know, if you guys leave comments, I do read every single comment, and they do sometimes spark an idea for me to you know, do a live stream or something like that. So.
And I have a handful of videos in folders on my desktop, you know, that I'm working on, and then I'll pick a priority. Like tonight when we get done, I'll eat, and then I'll go spend a couple hours working on a video and try to have one ready in the next couple of days. It'll probably be a turkey processing video, I think. But I have videos going back to when we did the Pluot Jam and just, you know, that I never got to, and they're all there, and I will eventually get to them as we continue to shoot more videos. But you know, the editing of the videos is time consuming. I think, you know, for every time we shoot a video, we're doing something we were already going to do anyway, like, you know, making a chicken stock. But it takes a lot longer to make the chicken stock because we're shooting the video and we're moving the camera and we're moving the lights and we're stopping and we're saying, hey, wait a minute. And then, so it just takes longer to do whatever it is we're doing. And then on top of that, we have to edit that video down and get the pieces out of it that, you know.
Plus we have to, you know, take care of the animals and build random things for them. And I mean, you know, it's just like anybody else. We still have to keep everything functioning around here. And that was one of the reasons why last week when I was, you know, asking for forgiveness because we hadn't been on, and I did a couple, you know, mea culpas in that video about it a couple weeks ago, was because we just had a bunch of stuff happen with the animals and just a bunch of things we had to take care of. And, you know, the animals will always be our priority when it comes to, you know, we have to get this done now. This has to happen, you know. So we try to do the best that we can as far as that goes. So, all right, guys. So let's see here. We've gotten 4 winners today. We've got Sinister, of course, and then we've got John Miller, James Blaisdell, and Wakey Who Dat.
Wakey Who Dat.
Who Dat.
So we need, if you guys see this video, which hopefully you do, because one of you is in here right now, and the other 3 hopefully are going to watch this. They cared enough to share it, so that's awesome. You're going to need to send me, and if you were one of the ones that couldn't figure out how to use Messenger, then I will message you. You can video, hey, I can't figure out how to use Messenger, and we'll message you, and you should be able to get that. So anyways, we just have to get an address from you. So, so
otherwise we're just going to be
we're going to toss it as far as we can toss it.
And then hope you find it.
And so, gotta have an address.
Who knows what just happened?
And
then it reconnected. So, I don't know, but it's okay. It's all happy. It's all good.
We should finish saying our goodbyes.
Yes, we should.
Because I think that it's getting mad at us.
I think it's mad because we've streamed for way longer than we meant to.
Right.
Yeah, Jen, just message me on the Crouch Ranch Facebook page messenger, and then I'll give that to Mike because I don't know.
Yeah, and any of you guys that are on Facebook, go find the Crouch Ranch Facebook page, and you can message us there too.
Right.
We post some stuff on there.
I do.
So.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Make sure you guys, it's time for our spiel. Make sure you guys like this video. Congrats to all our winners. Make sure you get us your addresses as best you can. And we will send those out in accordance to the address that you send us. So make sure you like the video. Make sure you're a subscriber because, you know, who doesn't want to be a subscriber, right? And then click that bell to get the notifications for when we do crazy things like go live and give away CDs or small children.
Yeah, one of the things YouTube changed recently was if you don't click that bell, then you only get notifications about 20% of the time.
I did not give Jennifer
when
permission
people
to step outside.
That you subscribe to post a video. It's kind of similar to what Facebook did last year. So if you click the bell, you will get a notification every time somebody that you've subscribed to posts a video.
That's right. That's right. Yay. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great night. And hopefully I will see you guys all back on Tuesday for whatever topic I decide to talk about then.
Right.
Bye. Have a good night.
Thanks.